No, actually, scratch that. Let's just go on to the end, because this is only a long video regardless, and you may as well have been sit and put yourself for this long. Again, this is that type of video where you just click off to another tab while listening. Yeah, I like those types of videos because they're fun. Oh, because I can multitask. Anyway, moving on to Nintendo stuff. No, wait. There's still, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. From Ubisoft. There was one game I want to mention that I'm actually a bit interested in. No, there was a game. Okay, I don't remember that one. So while I look it up, I'm going to mention the Tom Clancy game. There's a Tom Clancy game for the first time, and in 6 years, I believe. It had like a hostage concept, and I thought that was pretty cool. I thought, that's not something you also see every day, but I thought it was cool, especially how the trailer went. It felt like a lot of teamwork was involved, and that's nice because it's a shooter, yeah, but there's lots of teamwork that's involved, and I think that's just really neat. But aside from that one, there's The Division, which I'm interested in, and I hope it gets a Wii U release because it's a tactical combat a tactical combat game which seems to have some RPG-esque mechanics. Maybe, from what I saw, it looks like there might be some here and there. But I like how the concept of it is. It's kind of barren, almost not like zombies or anything. It's just people fighting for survival. Those people who survived the plague. The Black Friday plague. And then there's another one, The Crew. It looks nice, and I know Jeff was interested in it last year because they brought it up again, and they show how you go coast to coast. I really doubt. Okay, the day I see in a sports game where there are literally, like, from what even now, most sports games, when you see the crowd, they're all like 2D sprites or something. They're really half-assed. The day I can see a fully emulated crowd with their own separate AIs and not just doing the same exact thing for 5 seconds throughout the whole game, then I can say consoles have reached new potentials. I don't care how much better you make them. Until you can achieve that accomplishment, I'm going to still be skeptical on everything in terms of power, because if the Crew can actually go from coast to coast, can they really get the major highways as accurate as they can? I don't think so. It's not going to be short, but yes, it's a game. But if they're really saying we have so much new potential, then prove it to us. If you can actually emulate the whole United States of America highway system, just the highway system. Obviously, we can't get everything in between, but just the highway system in good and great detail, then I'll believe you. But aside from that, The Crew, I remember it last year. Assuming it's the game I'm thinking of, then yes, it's exactly what I'm hoping for. I like how cars team up and do accomplished deeds. I always like driving in Grand Theft Auto anyway, so that's a nice thing. And then Valiant Hearts. Oh, that really hit me close. Now, I may not be a soldier, but I've had a history of family members be in the Army, in the Air Force, and in the Navy. So I have some personal attachment to the military and some sympathy. Anyway, this year marks the 100-year anniversary of World War I. Now, I haven't studied much in World War I. I'm more into World War II. That's what I've taken more time into studying, especially on my own time, because I like World War II. I love it. I love studying everything about it, from the Holocaust to the German side to the Russian side. Though I'm lacking in German stuff, I don't know that much because it was all linked to the Holocaust. To the Russian side and the Battle of Stalingrad, and especially obviously Americans. And of course there was the battle in Britain, with a bunch of planes, because I had to do a book report on that a while back in high school. But anyway, you see it just looks like a kind of like an indie game, because but just look at the trailer. It's powerful. And but just look at it and you'll see what I mean. And by the way, the Tom Clancy game is called Rainbow Six Siege. But anyway, just look at Valiant Hearts and the dog. Don't worry, the dog doesn't get shot. It doesn't get shot, but oh my god, it hurts. But they did use animals in World War I and II. There's some facts about that you can look up. Anyway, that's all for Ubisoft. I do have some bit of anger with them, but I'll talk about it when we get to the rating. Next up, Nintendo stuff. Now, not everything I was interested in. Obviously, I don't like Kirby. Now, if they made a Meta Knight spin-off game, I'm on that shit, because Meta Knight's awesome. Because I swear, I want him to be voiced by Antonio Banderas. I will never stop requesting that. Have Antonio Banderas voice Meta Knight. That's all I ask. Anyway, and I honestly don't care about Xenoblade. I have never played it. It's not that I hate it or anything. I've just never played it. Especially because how limited they made the Wii game. What was it? I don't know what it was called. Xenogears? I don't know. It got They sent out limited copies, so finding one's gonna be a pain. But anyway. So don't expect some games. I'm not going to mention them all. So I'll talk about the ones I do care about and I would want to get, or I'm very interested in getting. Let's start off with the big one. Oh, first off, the whole show was great because it opened up with robot chicken stuff. It's like, oh, that's so cool. But however, nobody realized that Reggie just bashed on the entire fandom of Nintendo. Easily, give us Mother 3. How about this instead? Eats the fire flower and just shoots a fireball at the guy. It was great. Anyway, so Zelda Wii U. I mean, the creator showed off how it looked, and then you saw someone on the horse. Then you saw this mechanical thing that kind of looked like an Octorok, a P-hat, I don't know. P-hats fly, though. But he mentioned how he liked how Zelda 1 was open world. There's my problem, they're going to nostalgia again. That's my big problem, and I hope they don't really just go for just a little nostalgic charge in hopes of $60 in their pocket. Because that is unacceptable to me in any form of media. But that's for a rant on another day. Anyway, I'll elaborate more on that when I review the stuff of everybody. So, you see the person on the horse running, and then that thing's giving chase and is really fast for some reason. I don't know how the hell that thing, being so huge, can catch up to a horse going as fast as it could, just about. Then, as the person's trying to escape, the thing catches up, breaks the bridge, and you have no choice but to fight. Off comes the hood, and then what you see is apparently Link firing 2 bombs. Those are bomb arrows, most likely, and then you see another one. And then it's just like a little mechanical. They're being pulled back, you see it setting up, and then it glows blue. And right as it's being fired, you get the teaser for the date next year. I'm expecting that to be a holiday release, most likely. I don't think that they're in beta. Obviously, they're probably in their alpha stages, but they're still. I like to think that they have some good progress in, but they don't want to reveal anything too big. However, what we recently found out is that like AG said, or whatever the guy's name said, we never said that was Link. And everybody's like, hold the phone, what's going on? If that's not Link, who it is? And then people on Tumblr are making connections, saying that that is possibly Zelda. Because if I can get some pictures, I'll put them up. How Link holds his bow and arrow when he's ready to fire is mirrored when Zelda tries to do that herself. So when I look at that, it's like, what could that possibly be Zelda? We're having like a brave type of Zelda where she's out and doing things, or she might not even be aware she's a princess, like how a certain character in another game was. I won't say just in case, but it's one of my favorite games. So what could that mean? Is that Zelda? It's not. It might not be Link. Who is it? Who could it be? Nobody knows, but everybody loves him or her. And the LGBT community is really getting on that. They don't know. Could it be a guy? Could it be a girl? Could it be trans? Could it be who? Who could it be? However, there's some details that I noticed that they pointed out on Tumblr, but I even spotted it myself. Now, I might not even like Ocarina of Time, but I can recognize some details. If you look on that person's arm, you see it on the little long armband. The pattern has these lines going in different adjacent directions, and it reminds me of the Gerudo tribe. So could this person be affiliated with the Gerudo tribe? And if that's the case, does that mean we're going to know about Ganon from the get-go? Will we have an actual personal connection with Ganon? Could it be like we served under Ganon and did some good things, and then however something went wrong with him, and then he becomes corrupt, you feel betrayed, even though we all saw that coming, and you had some sort of personal connection to Ganon. The personal connection to the villain, you are not going to get any more close to the villain than that. Please let me be right, because that would be very interesting for a Zelda game. That's something I don't think anybody's ever really thought about. What if you have to serve under Ganon at one point, and you see him go corrupt? Because, well, it is his destiny. But that's just the theory, and I don't know. Either way, I'm hyped. I liked how the style looked. The art style looks great, and it has this Skyrim feel. Though obviously everybody compares it to Skyrim right now because it's open world. It's open-ended, but I don't know. Anyway, next on the list, Mario Maker. I mean, this was leaked, but people were wondering, is this real? Could this be fake? But it was real. They revealed it, and it was. I'm actually glad because people they are aware that if you look at games like Little Big Planet, that stuff happens, which will make their own levels and show them off. But I heard somewhere that it's for friends only, and if so, that is a big misstep, Nintendo. That kills the point of making it. What if someone makes a really good level or Kaizo-esque level, and people want to play it, but they have to be their friend? And I'm pretty sure there's a friend limit. But seriously, come on. Don't you do that, Nintendo. You always seem to do something really good and then put a nail in somewhere it shouldn't be. And that ruins the whole project. Don't do that again, Nintendo. Please don't. I hope that was just misconception. I really hope so, because, well, who wouldn't want to share their level of Mario to the world? It's like, look at this level. I had so much fun in designing, and I want the whole world to see it. Oh, what's that? I can only send it to friends? Well, that kills the fucking point. So don't do that, Nintendo. Please don't. Don't fall for that misconception. Don't say, oh, we had to be original. We can't completely copy them. Who cares? Sony and Microsoft have been copying you for a long time. Look at Microsoft's Xbox controller. It's a cross between your controller and PlayStation's. It looks very similar to your GameCube controller. If they can copy you, you can copy them. It's as simple as that. Anyway, next game on the list, Pokemon. I was saying in that pre-E3 video, I did not expect Pokemon. I did not expect Pokemon at all. But they did. They showed it off. They showed off a lot of details. You see a lot of Hoenn. You see the Mega Evolutions, which Mega Swampert is amazing. He's gonna beat you up. I am actually really excited. You guys know how much I love Hoenn. Hoenn is my favorite region. And I've never felt hyped for a Pokemon game since, well, Black and White, actually. I love Black and White. I don't know if people saying it's the worst region. No, the worst region to me is Johto. We're not talking about best or worst regions. We're talking about Pokemon, Mega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. So, and then to top that off, we know about the new forms names. They're not Mega Evolutions for Kyogre and Groudon, they're Primal, which, if you guys have played Mystery Dungeon, you know you've heard that term before. Primal Dialga. So, what does that mean? When you make these Pokemon, can they go potentially berserk? And not to mention, they're bigger. If this was their more ancient forms, how are they bigger? So as time goes on, these legendaries have been getting smaller? Why? I don't understand that. I mean, I know in Mega Evolutions you might get a little size difference, but really? If this was what their form was in the past, normally, then what the hell happened to them? I'm just over-speculating, of course, but regardless, we also know that that Mega Charizard under the screen, or in the core screenshots, that was not Stevens. Everybody was saying that's Stevens. No, it's not. And of course, there are other new Mega Evolutions. Just today, Mega Sableye got announced, and it looks to be a very defensive Pokemon now, because it has a ruby protecting it, or as everybody's comparing it to a red rupee, which is funny. But I don't know if there will be others. Well, I don't know what the others could be, because there are definitely going to be more. I am hoping for Mega Flygon and Mega Metagross, because Steven's iconic Pokemon is Metagross. So he's definitely, if they don't give him Mega Metagross, that's a big opportunity they're missing. And I want Flygon because Flygon's great. Flygon has potential, but they don't want to exploit it. And with Megas being introduced, this is the perfect chance. So please give it a Mega Evolution, Nintendo. Please, please, please. Por favor. But I don't know what else aside from that. I do like the designs for the new trainers, but I really hope that they also have character customization, because that felt like a staple of 6th Gen. One of the biggest things I felt that was so iconic to 6th Gen was character customization, because you feel more individualized that way. And it's hard, if you take a step back from that and don't do it ever again, that kind of kills the point. So, I'm hoping that they don't do that again. But, well, that's all I can think of for Pokemon at any rate, before not rambling. Next up, Hyrule Warriors. I loved Hyrule Warriors the moment it got announced, because I've always wanted a Zelda game that's set in wartime. And this is exactly what I wanted, and I'm getting it. And it's great. Now to top that off, we have more playable female characters as of right now than male. The only male character you can play as is Link. And the others? Zelda, of course. We saw that one coming. Impa, we noticed that for a long time in screenshots. You saw her in the background, and she fights interesting with a huge sword. Zelda fights with magic and bows. And last but not least, Midna. Midna's here, and also the game's not canon. They've stated it themselves, which is saddening, but I don't care. I just want to play it. I hope this game succeeds well enough to they kind of make it a little bit of a permanent spin-off series where they make Hyrule Warriors 2 or something. Maybe Hyrule Warriors 2 if this game sells enough. It's getting the hype. It's getting the hype it needs, because people were a little about it first, but now they're seeing this. It's like, great, let me play more. Let me get it. I want it already. It's great. But anyway, Midna is on a wolf. It's not obviously Wolf Link. It's just like a wolf, kind of like from where her world is. But regardless, and she's also in her imp form. She's not the full-grown one, so that's fine for the people who enjoy of her, because there are creepy fucks out there for her. Well, lolicons we call them. But anyway, despite that, this game looks great. And at the end of the trailer, I'm talking about the trailer that wasn't shown at the digital event. There was another trailer, a regular one, and you saw Ganon, or was it the other way around? I don't remember. You saw Ganon, you saw his eyes, and you heard him laughing. It's like, oh shit, Ganon's here too. And my theory is that once you beat the game, I don't know if you have to beat all of the protagonist stories, but if you just beat the game, maybe there's a little alternate universe where you get to play as Ganon and see him conquer the world. You play as him and defeat the Hyrule army, and just see what would happen. Oh, that would be interesting. I'd love to see that. I mean, we haven't played as Zelda in a Zelda game, Impa, which people have been demanding since her appearance. Midna, somewhat, but hey, we kind of saw. You kind of did play as her. You kind of, because she did help you fight in Twilight Princess. But to play as Ganon, the villain. That's awesome, though personally I'd rather play as Girahim, because Girahim is fabulous. Hoping Girahim somehow makes the cut, though I really doubt it. Or a Groose, because the Groose is always loose. He's gonna wreck. But that's just because I'm a huge Groose fan. Groose is amazing. Anyway, I love how the gameplay is playing out. It looks great, and it looks pretty much complete. So, here's hoping that there's some more characters, especially on the box art. There's this girl with, like, a tome. It's like, what is this, Fire Emblem now? She looks like a mage from Fire Emblem 7. So it's like, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? Are you the other girl that's attempting to steal Link's love interest? Or attempting to be his love interest, aside from Zelda, for most games? I don't know. I can't say. But, moving on, the one game I'm interested in is Bayonetta. I've heard a lot about this series for a long time now, and I know Bill likes her a lot. And she does look beautiful. She looks hot. I'm not surprised, but the good news is we're getting both games, and the first game actually comes with I'm assuming it comes with it for free. Costume sets for Bayonetta, where she plays actually differently. It's not just a skin, which shows you when Nintendo tries to do something that other companies do, they always try to be different about it. So when you wear these costumes, they can sometimes minorly or drastically change her combat style. Or when she's wearing Link's outfit, she fights with the Master Sword. When he's wearing Samus, she has the visor that can cover her face, or you can not let it cover her face, and she plays a little bit similar to Samus, but from what I saw, I don't think there's any difference with that one. Not much. As for when she has the Peach outfit, when she normally summons demons, she's summoning Bowser to kick and punch everything. So that's interesting. Anyway, I'm interested in that, but obviously Bayonetta 2, I mean, if I get the game, at least it comes with both of them, which is nice. I hope they keep that a permanent thing, not just like for the first few shipments of the game. If you get it, it'll come with Bayonetta 1. I'm just assuming it's going to be permanent. Maybe the price is going to jump a little, like say it would normally be $60, but because you're getting Bayonetta 1, it's going to jump to $70 or $80. Don't think of that as a bad thing. Don't dismiss it. You're getting two games in one, and the first game's getting a little bit revamped with extra stuff. So that's basically, let's say, DLC included. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the game is a little more expensive. If it's, as long as it's not $100 or above, then I could see it being fair. $80 to $70 is reasonable for me. So don't be surprised if the price is a little more expensive. But it's two games in one. So I mean, even if you have Bayonetta 1 on the Xbox, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're getting it on the Wii U, so you're getting another version. Why not?